Hi everybody, welcome to Trisha's View. If you're new here, please consider clicking the follow button. If you want to make sure that you never miss a video, then click the bell and you'll receive notifications. Hi, thanks for joining us today. Today we're making shrimp egg roll in a bowl. First, we're going to slice our cabbage. You need 4 cups of sliced cabbage. You can buy the pre-shredded cabbage in a bag if you want to save time. But today, I decided to save a little money and we're dicing it ourselves. It's fairly simple to do, and you can usually get a couple of meals out of a head of cabbage. Other things that you can do with the cabbage. You can make slaw. You can make, other than the shrimp egg roll in a bowl, you can make beef or pork or chicken or turkey. I've even used cabbage, shredded cabbage, in a taco bowl. Doesn't sound like it goes well together, but it does. Cabbage is very versatile and tends to take on the flavors of whatever you're cooking with. So, this is mostly stock. I think I'm going to go ahead and toss it and get some more off of this edge. Usually, I'll show you in a minute what I usually do that I forgot to do that time. You find where the stalk end is, and you can cut that part out, which means you won't have all of that stuff. Just cut a wedge out and toss it. I'm not going to need, that was about 3 cups there, so I just need a cup, probably about this much. We'll finish it up for us. Like I said, if you wanted to use the bagged cabbage, shredded cabbage, the slaw mix, it does really well and saves time if you're in a hurry. This itself is a quick meal to make. Once you have the prep work done, which takes less than 5 minutes really, the cook time is probably 5 to 10 minutes, so you can have supper on the table in 15 minutes. That's one of the things that Rachel Ray is famous for, is her 15-minute meals. Here we've got our 4 cups of cabbage there, and next we're going to dice our shrimp. First, I want to just show you that to peel the shrimp, pull it back, pinch the tail, and twist, and it should come off in one piece. We're going to dice this to make it go further. You don't have to chop it up real fine, because you do want big enough pieces that you know you're eating shrimp. So we're going to roughly chop it. So this is a pound of shrimp. This is a pound of the great value. Now I don't even know if it's great value. It's the kind that you get in Walmart in the freezer section. I buy the tail on, shell on, deveined. It's easy peel shrimp. You can. This is the large size. You can buy the small and not bother with chopping it, but for the price, I don't mind. It's like less than $6 a pound for this shrimp, and makes for a very good meal. Alright, we've got our shrimp roughly chopped, and next what we're going to do is we're going to mix our marinade and then lightly marinate our shrimp. This is a tablespoon of sesame oil, a tablespoon of fish sauce, Redbud fish sauce, 2 tablespoons of Kikkoman soy sauce. You can use tamari or you can use coconut aminos, whatever you have on hand. I've got a teaspoon of red pepper flakes. I've got, I believe it's 2 teaspoons of ginger. And I'm not going to use it all just yet. I'm going to do about half and see how it tastes with the finished product, and then add more if I need to. And this is a tablespoon of the dried minced onion. I'm going to give that a light mix. That helps to rehydrate the onion and gives a good coating on our shrimp. Slides right off. Alright. Just give that a mix to coat it. Give all the flavor to the shrimp. Good coating. And then next we're going to use 2 tablespoons of butter to get the shrimp started cooking. I'll go ahead and turn on the skillet. I'm using I'm using the electric skillet today. Typically I would make it over at the stove in a cast iron, but that's if I'm using ground beef or ground pork. I find that the electric skillet does just fine with the shrimp. To get the butter melting. And this is, like I said, it's a really quick and easy meal. Leftovers reheat nicely if you have any leftover. This recipe is 4 servings at less than 8 carbs per serving. If you can afford it, you can have a second helping. If you have enough macros left for the day. My husband always has a second helping. He doesn't have to stick to the 20 carbs a day to stay in ketosis. He's in the Army and he's really healthy. He doesn't have any health issues. So he doesn't have to stick to the 20 carbs a day like I try to do. He can have up to anywhere from 50 to 75 and stay in ketosis. Anyway, just fry this till the shrimp turns white. I'm going to add, I've got a half a cup of chicken broth, and I'm going to add just a little bit to keep it from drying out too much. This is homemade bone broth. If you have that on hand, I recommend using it. If you don't, you can use canned store-bought broth. I just find that I like the taste better, and I try to always have some on hand. If I make a batch and I don't use it all in a couple of days, then I store it in the freezer in canning jars. And that makes it so that all I have to do is pull out a jar and frost it. And I use it in soups and stews and cooking our egg roll in a bowl. The shrimp is about ready to add the cabbage. 4 cups. 4 cups of cabbage makes a nice serving. If you find that you need more sauce, you can add it at the end. I think, in my opinion, that the soy sauce with the fish sauce is gives it a really good salty flavor, so you don't have to add any salt or pepper. For a bite, like I said, I added the red pepper flakes. You can add more or less if that's what you like. You don't have to add it at all. You can add a bit of sweetener. The recipe calls for a teaspoon of erythritol. It's not really enough to make it a sweet dish. Really enough just to balance the soy sauce. So just let it cook down. I'm going to add the rest of the broth. Give it a good, I'm going to put the lid on it and let it simmer. And I'll let it simmer just a couple of minutes. And when we come back, it should be done. Okay, that's been a couple of minutes. I'll check and see. It looks like it's cooked down pretty well. For serving, you have options if you want. You can. We like to top ours with some diced green onion and a few roasted sesame seeds. Give this a taste in just a minute and see if we need to add any. It's really good. I don't think it needed the extra ginger or the erythritol, so I'm just going to leave those out. And if you decide to make this for your family, I hope you enjoy it as much as we do. It is truly a delicious filling meal for less than 8 carbs. If you've enjoyed this video, I hope that you will give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing and hitting the bell so that you'll get notifications when we have a new video up. Also, check out trishasview.com. Check us out on Facebook, on Twitter, and on Instagram. Until next week. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please click the thumbs up. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. And if you haven't already, please check out my blog at trishasview.com.